A car ought to walk. I pray this devil die and get every evil thing the Lord got to give. And listen, I know you look at us in the state we in right now. Come your SHALAM. Come your SHALAM. I know you look at us in the state we in right now. Black people on drugs and we suffering and dying. And I know it seems like you can do whatever you want to this people. I know it seems like this, but the time for glorifying yourself is soon at an end.
Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatham to all my brothers, and Shalom Yahweh Shemar Lathan by Shem Yahushua to all my sisters. I'm also the Bar Ma, coming to you from the I.S.U.P.K. under Commander General Yohanna in Oregon. Alright? Now, don't forget, pay all your tithes. That's a commandment. Alright? Send them to the school. You can go to www.isupk.com, or you can get set up a PayPal. Alright? Or send it in by mail. Alright? Now, if you want counsel or you want to be a trooper, call the school in Oregon, 541-221-4375. All right. Commander General Yohanna also has a banging radio show every Monday night, 6 to 8 Pacific time. All right. The number to that, 718-506-1384. All right. If you got a question, press 1. You get on the queue. He'll get to you. All right. Now, also, Commander General Yohanna forces all Hebrew Israelites, all blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics to come together under one body, all right? And that's with the I.S.U.P.K. That's a commandment, all right? That's order. You're ordered to do that. Also, follow us or subscribe on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. We are there, all right? Thank you. The water. Now, the first thing we're going to get into today is angels. And then we'll get into evil spirits, better known as demons. Or, you know what I'm saying, more plainly spoken, devils. All right? Those are the ones most influenced by them demons. All right? Now, first we're going to read out of 1 Kings. All right? To give you a description of what the angels actually do. They all have different glories, meaning they all do certain different things. Well, right now we're about to get into the Lord and his council of angels and him, all right, making a decision with his board members, all right? All right. 2 Kings chapter 19. And he said, hear thou therefore the word of the Lord. I saw the Lord sitting on his throne. Now the Lord is in heaven sitting on his throne, all right? And all the hosts of heaven standing before him on his right hand and on his left. So the Lord got angels on his right hand and on his left. They're all standing before him. All right. So all of his angels, you understand? He has a council up there of elders. And they are all around him. All right. This is him about to make a decision. And the Lord said, who shall persuade Ahab, a king in Israel at the time that we're speaking of? His name was Ahab. All right. That he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead. So the Lord wants him to die at Ramoth Gilead. The Lord, people don't understand the Lord. The Lord is a man of war. All right. And the Lord is about to kill somebody. Namely, a king of Israel. All right. And one said on this manner. So an angel spoke on this manner. And another said on that manner. So another spoke on that manner. Meaning they're trying to decide how they're going to get him to die at Ramoth Gilead. All right. And there came forth a spirit and stood before the Lord and said, I will persuade him. All right. Now, there's a certain angel that came and said, Lord, after all these angels trying to figure out what they're going to do to get him done. One thinking about this, one thinking about that one. they was all coming up together trying to figure out. Well, one angel came up and had the answer to how he was going to have him die at Ramoth Gilead. All right. Verse 22. And the Lord said unto him, wherewith? Meaning the Lord said, how you going to do it? And he said, I will go forth, and I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. So this was a lying spirit. Stick with me, all right? This was a lying spirit that came forth and said that I will go and be a lying spirit into the prophets that are with Ahab, all right? And he said, thou shalt persuade him, Salakia, and he said, thou shalt persuade him and prevail also. Go forth and do so. So the Lord said, all right, go ahead. Go ahead and persuade him to die at Ramoth Gilead, all right? So that's the angels in heaven. They have jobs to do. This one had a specific job to go and lie to a man's prophets or the people that's around him to have him big his head up and go to war. Like, yeah, man, you going to win that thing, man. You going to do this. You know what I'm saying? When Ahab himself knew he wasn't going to. You know what I'm saying? All right? And that's what happened. The lying spirit put that in the mouths of the prophets, and they lied to him, all right? Now I'm going to go to 2 Maccabees, all right? Chapter 3, verse 25, give you another representation of the angels, all right? And what they do, because different angels got different jobs, once again. And y'all remember about that lion spirit, that lion angel that was just went down there and put work in on the prophets to put work in on Ahab. Remember that. Follow. All right. 2 Maccabees chapter 3 verse 25. For there appeared unto them an horse with a terrible rider on him. Speaking about an angel on a horse. He just appeared out of thin air. All right. And this was happening when the white people was trying to ramshack our temple. And everybody else was scared to do anything about it. And the Lord sent an angel out of nowhere, out of thin air. Imagine seeing an angel just come out of thin air while these people are trying to do what they wanted to do to the Lord's temple. You think that if you get the Lord on your side that he won't send an angel to battle for you? Well, listen to this. And Salakia, the person that was on it was a terrible rider, meaning that you could tell he coming to do something. All right. And adorned with a very fair covering, meaning he had a garment on. It was so glorious that everybody liked it. So the angels ain't dressing in rags, man. The angels are dressed in glorious garments. All right. And he ran fiercely and smote at Heliodorus with his 4 feet. And it seemed that he that sat upon the horse had complete harness of gold. Meaning this angel had a harness or how you control the horse. That was gold. The harness was gold, man. Everything about this angel was glorious. And the horse kicked his feet up and knocked this white boy down to the ground. Let's read on. Moreover, in addition, 2 other young men appeared before him. So the angels are young looking, all right? They don't look like old, wrinkly looking. These men look young, ready to get it, all right? Listen, notable in strength, meaning they look like your football players out here. They look like Mike Tyson out here. They built. They not scrawny looking. They notable for their strength. That mean they got guns, man, and hands. What I mean by guns, I mean they got these. They got muscles, man. They standing there ready. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, and I'm going to go further and say what the scriptures say. Excellent in beauty. So these black angels were beautiful and comely in apparel. So they was decked out too. They was looking more glorious than we looked at the Passover. They was glorious. All right. And stood, Salakia, who stood by him on either side. So they stood on each side of the horse, all right, and scourged him continually. Oh, Salakia, they stood by this man on each side of him and scourged him continually, meaning they put them hands on him. They was knocking him out. They was just whipping him. Bop, 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 bop. Imagine getting beat by an angel, man. Continual punches. That's a flurry that Floyd Mayweather don't have. All right? Then it goes to say, and gave him many sore stripes. So they whooped his behind. You understand what I'm saying? They whooped his behind. You understand? They didn't want to play no games. They beat him with them pieces and left him black and blue, man. And Heliodorus fell suddenly into the ground. So they knocked him out. Like World Star, they knocked him out like that, man. And was compassed with great darkness. So they knocked him out like to sleep. Like when you get knocked to sleep, you can't see nothing. You in darkness, man. They whipped him to a bloody pulp and he passed out. All right. But they that were with him took him up. So all the other white people came and grabbed him up and put him into a litter. Thus him and lately came with a great train, like, and with all his guard into the said treasury. So it's like Ferguson here. Like they came, everybody who was with this man that got knocked out by this angel tried to form a wall. They was going to try to do something against the angels. All right. They carried out being unable to help himself with his weapons, and manifestly they acknowledged the power of God. So they couldn't even carry this out. They couldn't keep going on with what they was doing. They just acknowledged that the Lord don't play no games. Verse 29. For he by the hand of God was cast down and lay speechless without all hope of life. This man got knocked out by the angels and didn't even want to live no more. He couldn't even speak. You understand? That's what angels do, man. That's what they do. All right. Now let's go see what these angels who was built like this, you know what I'm saying, looking like young men who's knocking out white boys who can do the same thing for you if you would just listen to your power and pick up your culture and help your brothers fight. You understand? The Lord ain't gonna leave you alone. He sent some angels to that temple. He could send them to you. All right. Now listen. Now we're gonna go to Ezekiel 1, 5, and 7 so you can understand what these angels look like. Because they look like something in the scriptures that tell you that they black men. And we're going to get it. Ezekiel chapter 1, verse 5. Also, of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures. And there was the appearance thereof, and Salakia, and this was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man. So 4 creatures are 4 angels, all right, with the likeness of a man, meaning they got head, hands, arms, legs, chest, torso, you know what I'm saying, feet, all that, like a man, all right. And every one had 4 faces, and every one had 4 wings, and their feet were straight feet, like mine, like the bottom of my feet sit on the ground, and they point out straight. They have feet like men, all right? And they sparkled like the color of burnished brass, meaning they was black like Christ, burnt brass. You understand? So these was black men in that temple that went and did what they did to that white boy, all right? Now we're going to go to 1 Maccabees chapter 11 and 8. Salakia, 2 Maccabees chapter 11 and 8. Because like I said, the Lord will send angels to fight with you. And it happened before. And let's see where it happened at. All right, 2 Maccabees, chapter 11, verse 3. And as they were at Jerusalem, there appeared before them on horseback one in white clothing, shaking his armor of gold. So this man appeared out of nowhere again. Salakia, angel, appeared out of nowhere again, on a horse again. And he was like, you know what I'm saying? What's up? Shaking his armor. Yeah. What's up? Get ready. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And what did he do? Then they praised the merciful God all together and took heart, and so much that they were ready not only to fight with men, but the most cruel beasts, and to pierce through walls of iron. After they seen that, they was like, oh yeah, the Lord with us. Let's get it. We thought we was alone. We knew he wasn't alone, but man, we was going to stand up for the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, we ain't alone. He sent us an angel. Oh, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go. That's what it was like. All right. Then it says, thus they marched forward in their armor, having an helper from heaven. I'm going to read that again. Thus they marched forward in their armor, having an helper from heaven. For the Lord was merciful unto them, and giving a charge upon their enemies like lions, they slew 11,000 footmen and 1,600 horsemen, and put all the other to fight. Many of them also being wounded escaped naked, and Lysias himself fled away shamefully, and so escaped. Who, as he was a man of understanding, casting with himself what loss he had, and considering that the Hebrews could not be overcome, because the Almighty God helped them, he sent unto them. And what did he send unto them? An angel. All right. Go to 2 Chronicles 18. All right. 18. And we'll start at 19. All right. Now, this is so you can understand what the evil spirit is, who he is. All right. 19. And the Lord said, who shall entice Ahab, king of Israel, that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead? And one spoke, saying in this manner, and another saying in that manner. Then came out a spirit that stood before the Lord and said, I will entice him. And the Lord said unto him, wherewith? And he said, I will go out and be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And the Lord said, thou shalt entice him, and thou shalt also prevail. Go out, do even so. All right. Now, when you get in these scriptures, you'll start to try to figure out who the lying spirit is. All right. There's a lying spirit, and he's in heaven. All right. That'll be another breakdown on Satan, because that's exactly who that is. All right. Now we're going to go to Job chapter 1, verse 6. All right. Job chapter 1, verse 6. Now, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them. Now, Satan was in hell and he got banished out of the heavens. How did he get back up in heaven? You understand? It don't make no sense. All right. And Satan wanted to go and test Job. All right. And the Lord allowed him to go do that. All right. The Lord feels, Satan, he feels like you're not worthy of the Lord. All right. So he's going to go out and test you because he loved the Lord. The question ain't if he loved the Lord, because he loved the Lord enough to do what the Lord told him to do. How about you? All right. Now we're about to go to Psalms 109, verse 6. Set thou a wicked man over him, and let Satan stand at his right hand. All right. So when you being wicked and you doing all of this, Satan is the one enticing you to do these things. All right. Satan is the one lying to you to do these things, man. That's who's on your right hand when you listening to Satan in your ear. Hey, man, go ahead and smoke that blunt. You only live once. YOLO, huh? Nah, man. You better get it together. All right. Now let's go to the New Testament, all right? We're going to go to the book of Luke, chapter 22, verse, we'll start at 3, all right? So we're going to go to Luke, chapter 22, verse 3. And, Salakia, then entered Satan into Judas, surname Iscariot, being of the number of the 12. So Satan is the one who went to Judah. All right. He's the one that went to Judas, one of the 12 of the Lord's disciples. He went there. All right. And he went his way and communed with the chief priests and captains, how he might betray him unto them. So Satan came to him, and he went to the priests and the captains and conspired against our king. All right. Now let's go back to 1 Samuel, to the Old Testament, and we're going to go to verse 16 and 14. All right. Help you understand what evil spirits are, Salakia. But the Spirit of the Lord departed from Saul, and an evil spirit from the Lord troubled him. So the same way the Lord sent Satan at Ahab, he sent Satan down to get him killed. He sent Satan to Judas, and he sent Satan to Saul. All right, evil spirits, man. Let's get some more breakdowns. Acts 15 and 19. Help you see what evil spirits do. Matter of fact, we're going to skip that, and we're going to go to Luke 8. Same story. The same story. Salakia, I might have been a little off on that scripture there, but this is the same story about the evil spirits. All right. Luke 8 and chapter 30. All right. And it reads, and Jesus asked him, saying, what is thy name? And he said, Legion, because many devils were entered into him. All right. He was talking to this evil spirit right now. And they besought him that he would not command them to go out into the deep. Meaning they didn't want him to be expelled. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want Christ to send them back to hell. You know what I'm saying? Where they come from. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't go to hell underneath ground. They go to that's another breakdown. I'll break down heaven and hell for y'all on another video, all right? But, and then it says, and there was an herd of many swine feeding on the mountain, and they besought him that he would suffer them to enter into them, and he suffered them. Then went the devils out of the man and entered into the swine, and the herd ran violently down a steep place into the lake and were choked. So the Lord took them evil spirits out of that man, which were many, threw them into a herd of pigs. They ran off the cliff and killed themselves. Don't that sound like what white folks do when they jump off of a building? Guess who made them jump off of a building? They got demons on them, man. It's just that simple, man. Now I'm going to go to 1 Timothy, you know what I'm saying? 4 and 1. All right. Another representation of evil spirits. The kind that you have on you and don't even know it. All right. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, like y'all have. In the later days, y'all don't have no faith in the Lord. Giving heed to seducing spirits. That same seducing spirit, all right, they all come from Satan, all right, which comes from the Lord. Satan is an angel. He asks, the Lord gives him the go on this, all right. The same ones that came down and enticed, seduced, all right. Ahab's prophets and Judah's and all that, all right. Giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils, all right. So with that being said, that's it on angels and demons for today. We'll get into some more later, all right. Shalom, Yahweh Yahweh Barakatham, and Shalom Yahweh Shamar Latan, Ba'ashem Yahweh Kwam Yasha'Allah.
When nowadays I work hard on the job, till I come cross y'all, still like I'm a criminal. Trying to get caught, it could be your first charge. Like, man, you ain't getting the minimum. It go dip, squat, 5 mile run, push, pull, sit on, goddamn, get strong. Looking at my baby, trying to keep them doing wrong. It's too long before they grown, I can't leave them on their own. They killed Daddy like he had a 30-day cake. The news covering up the story for what they say. It took me back to the time we lost Otis. Pretending these crackers, they gon' tell you something bogus. And I'm thinking like, damn, what you tell the kids? We try to put up a fight, but did we fail the kids? Cause they ain't really got us looking like no damn good. And why success got to cost my manhood?